Hi everybody. Hello. Um, I had to get some rest this morning. I was really tired. Things have been going so fast in the last week, and things have been happening so fast, and so much has happened, and it just made me tired. But believe me, I am the happiest person ever. I have really good news to tell you people. First of all, the first thing that happened was I had contact with a current JW, which, I didn't really know exactly how this person would treat me when I talked to them. I, um, I thought that maybe I'd hear a bunch of ridicule and come back to the organization and how dare you speak the way you do, things like that. But what I got instead amazed me was that this person was aware of the Australian Royal Commission. They were aware of the $66 million lawsuit in Canada and the other one. They knew so much. So I thought, well, I'm going to talk to them about these things and see how much about them they actually know. So we started talking about those subjects, and come to find out, this person doesn't speak for the others, but this person is just a representative of lots of people in that area of the country that are awake. A lot of us are wondering why they stay in. If they're awake, why are they still in there? Well, there's a few in our community that are awake and still hanging in the edges there because they're trying to wake their families up. And that's about how I thought it was inside the organization. Yet when I was talking to this person, I find out that there are other people just like that person in the same place. I'm like, there's more people that know about all these things. We've made videos and people are doing so much, and to actually hear that the people on the inside are hearing about these things and are aware of them and can carry on a conversation with you about them. I was like, this is great, right? They know about these things and they're waking up. I was just so happy. I think about it now and I'm just thrilled. I'm glad they know. In order to make that informed decision on what they're going to do, they need to know about these things. They knew about everything, right? Talked to this person for hours, and they knew everything. They're in the process of waking up amongst other people that have woken up, and I thought, man, this is great, and then I was contacted on YouTube. Somebody saying, what's your email? What's your email? So I gave them my email, and like I said, I didn't know who they were either, and didn't know what to expect. And so after a little bit, I get an email about this person is awake and just left, faded. We might hear more from this person. We'll see. But this person is going through a lot right now. and is very upset about the shunning that's being done, because this person had children inside the organization, and they were told to shun one, and they weren't going to do it. They're like, no, I'm not going to shun my child. You know, it's just not right. It goes against everything that a person says is right, you know. And we talked about that for a while, because I was shunned by my parents, and I know how they treated me. And I've talked to others, and they're like, some people shun, some people don't. I've seen, like, groups of people walk out of the organization because one was being disfellowshipped, and they won't split up the family, so the whole family will just go, you know, and then they go through the process of working back into society and everything you have to go through. But this person, really insightful, real kind, real caring, just like most of the JWs are in there. You know, they're all nice, caring people. They have to get to the point where they understand all of these things we're trying to tell them, so that they can make that informed decision as to what to do. But when you talk to them, and they claim they don't know anything about them, they never heard anything, it doesn't apply to them, Jehovah will take care of it, things like that are such a put off and a cop out, that you just, you know, you want to get to them and tell them, you know, why it's important, you know, why you're trying to get this information to them. You know, they can do what they want, but they have to have the information. You can't just look at one side of the coin. You know, you got to look at the other side. You know, the way the pros and cons. There's so many, there's so many little things. You know, they say like that. You know, you got to know both sides. You can't just buy a car from one dealership because they said the car is good, and not compare it to other vehicles. You know, you can't. When you buy a house, you have to have somebody look at it and say, is it a good house? Talk to the neighbor. You know, what's the neighborhood like? You know, there's a lot of things you got to do. You know, has the builder, the guy that built the house, has he been sued before? You know, all kinds of things. So we want the Jehovah's Witnesses to know these things. But then hearing from the person that they are waking up, they said they're awake, but when I was talking to them, I know they're waking up. So if there are others like that person in his congregation and area, that means that they're in the process of waking up. And yes, they do know about these things. They are aware of these things. The message that we've been getting out is getting to the ears that we want it to. They might not tell you that in public, but I'm getting the emails and people saying, yes, I know, I heard about it, I've looked it up, I've researched it, I know that what they're doing, I don't like it, and there's more like me. So that was the message I got from that one place. The second person I talked to, it's a small family, but they also know of others that are waking up almost every day. They have groups of people that are, you know, how when you grow up in an organization, you know all the kids you grew up with. Well, these people, you know, it's like, well, they got out, but they know other people that they grew up with, and they're like, hey, so-and-so just got out, you know, and so they see others waking up too, you know. Our information that we have been saying out here for so long is getting to their ears. The information I was given about the see, I'm gonna go off on a tangent a little bit here, but the information I was given about the San Diego assembly was there was like half the people there that are normally there, and instead of hundreds of people getting baptized when they have a group of thousands of people, there was only 40 baptized there. This person still has links to inside the organization. So they heard from someone else that one of the assemblies, and I'm sorry I can't remember exactly where it was, but they blocked off part of the building that they normally have the assembly in and fill. They blocked off part of the building because they just couldn't use all that building and had them sit in just specified areas. And there was only like 4 or 5 people baptized at that little assembly. Things are shrieking. Not only are the attendants going down in the kingdom halls, but people are not showing up and going to the assemblies either. And this is from information from people that are right still inside the organization. You know, I'm not hearing it from somebody who knows somebody. These are the people that are still in there. So while I'm talking to these two people back and forth and finding out where they are, I get another message. What's your email? So I put my email up for a few minutes, took it down. Not barely 15 minutes later, I get another email. Another current JW. And this one has a message for all the people out here on YouTube. The ones that the society calls apostates. This person sent a message to each and every one of you. This person is in the UK. I really don't want to say where or who, because I don't want this person to get in trouble. And at the end, you'll find out why. I wrote down some things from her email because I didn't want to include things that would give her away. Oh, see. Sorry, I didn't want to include things that would give her away. So some things I didn't put in there. But there's a quotation that she specifically asked me to tell you that I'm going to tell y'all. Everybody out here that's considered an apostate, she says all you apostates need to know these things. So this person is awake. She flat out said she's awake. She's on the inside. She's aware of all these things. All the things that we're saying. But chose to remain silent on the inside. Just see what's going on, right? This person reported 3 pedophiles to Britain's Crime Stoppers, but did not tell anybody in the organization because she didn't want to be tracked down. When she reported it to Crime Stoppers, she informed them of the 2-witness rule and the little file of secret papers that the Kingdom Halls keep. You know, that was probably a pretty good idea to do that. You know, they found it absolutely devastating that the governing body could pretend that it's not happening. And it was disgusting. That was her word, disgusting. And if they think honest, hardworking people want to be linked to that, they have a big shock and do not know their audience. They make me sick. So we do many things behind the scenes. She said there are others also. So when you think in your head about one person waking up and how happy you are, and then you find out that this person knows more of them on the inside that are awake, it is just absolutely thrilling. Anyway, so she says, when you have your vlog, you can tell the apostate people that we are not idle, and we are working we are working from the inside and that we are disgusted too. She said a bunch more. I'll have to get with her and see if she wants me to say any more of what's in there. But people are working from the inside as under the guise of being a current JW. They're working on the inside to make sure the pedophiles are turned in when they hear about them, to make sure that all that is done, and also helping wake up other people. So our message that we've been getting out on YouTube forever, she wants everyone out here to know that they've heard us, they know what we're saying, they are in there, they're awake, and they want us to know that they are helping, and they are doing what they can from the inside while we do what we can from the outside. It's working. Everything we wanted them to know, these people have heard it, and they're contacting us and saying, yes, we know, we heard, we've researched, we understand, we don't like it either, and we want you to know that we're here and we're helping you from the inside out while you work from the outside in. And I've spent days talking to these people, and wonderful people, you know. So remember, when you talk to Jehovah's Witnesses, even if they seem evasive and don't want to talk to you in public or whatever, they could be the ones helping us on the inside, and we just don't know it. And I don't know how many times I've told people to be kind to others. You know, these heavily indoctrinated JWs that want to bite your head off. We used to be the heavily indoctrinated JW that didn't want anything to do with apostates. You know, that used to be us. So if it can happen to us, it can happen to them. So just be nice. We don't want them to think that we're a group of people that we're not. You know, most of us out here have found a lot of love, unconditional love from others. No matter what kind of people we became when we got out, we still have the same focus, and we still have the same loving attitude amongst ourselves. We still appreciate people for who they are instead of where they live and gender, I mean, home life, anything. We can love them for who they are just because who they are. You know, and these JWs coming out are going to come see us for support and guidance, encouragement, love. And we can't treat them disrespectful. But I wanted you guys to know that message came out, and they wanted me to tell all the other apostates that are out here that they are in there, they're awake, there's many of them. Every JW I talk to is awake or waking up, and there are others that they say that are with them, and they are doing what they can from in there. So let's be nice to these people. Keep doing what we're doing, and put the news out there, because those ears are hearing and those eyes are seeing, and they are walking. You know, it's wonderful. Talk to you guys later. Bye.